Hi everyone. Today I am here at the Ramakrishna Netralaya Clinic, which is one of the best brands in the eye industry. I recently got my LASIK surgery done here, and I learned a lot from this experience, how different eye machines work, how the surgery is done. It is my sincere attempt to summarize all this experience in this interview with Dr. Prajakta Deshpande, who is the medical director of Ramakrishna Netralaya, along with Dr. Nitin Deshpande. She is a senior cataract and refractive surgeon. I have a lot of questions to ask her. So without any further ado, let's just get into it.
Hello everyone. So today I will be talking about the basic structure of the eyeball. So I have the model of the eyeball. Eyeball is basically spherical in shape, and this is the cut section of the eyeball. So you can see the inside part of the eyeball. So the front layer of the eye is called as cornea. It is a transparent layer. Behind that we have a lens. So this is the clear lens which is placed behind the cornea. You can see here now. And this is the inside part of the eyeball, which is called as retina. So what happens normally is that the light rays pass through the cornea, then they pass through the lens, normal lens, and they fall on the light sensitive layer, which is called as retina, and you can see the image. This is how the normal eyeball works.
Okay, thank you, doctor. My next question is, we have heard a lot of times that it is important to get eye checkups done frequently. Can you just clear us out on how frequently we should get our eye checkup done and why?
Eye checkup should be done at least once in a year if you don't have any eye problem. That means if your eyes are normal, then at least once in a year it should be done. But if you have any eye problem, if doctor calls you quite frequently, at least after 6 months or 3 months, then you should follow the doctor's instructions. But at least once in a year eye checkup should be done for everyone, and this is necessary because there are few conditions which are called as silent thief of the sight. Like glaucoma is a condition which is called as silent thief of the sight, in which you will not come to know that you have glaucoma, or in early cases of cataract. I will be explaining about these conditions later, but in such cases you will not come to know that you have something in your eyes. But when you come for regular eye checkup, when doctor sees, then that gets detected. So for early detection, early treatment, which is extremely important for keeping your eyes healthy, it is necessary to have regular eye checkups.
Okay, can you just tell us about the different defects of the vision and their corrective measures in brief?
Yeah. So the most common cause of blindness in India is cataract. So what happens in cataract is that as I showed you the normal clear lens which is inside the eye, so this lens becomes opacified. That means it doesn't remain clear anymore. So the light rays which come through the cornea, which pass through the lens, will not pass through the lens. So they will not fall behind the light sensitive layer, which is called as retina, and the image formation won't be there. So you will see all the things very blurry or hazy in case of cataract. And in cataract the treatment is removal of this natural lens, and this lens is removed with a artificial lens which is placed exactly at the same site where the natural lens is there. So the light rays which were not passing previously, they will fall on the retina, and again you start seeing clearly. So this is what happens in cataract, and this is the most common condition or eye problem in case of elderly people. Another common problem is that many people get glaucoma. Glaucoma is the raised eye pressure. See how our body has a particular range of pressure. Same way our eye also has some range of pressure which is called as normal eye pressure or normal intraocular pressure. But if that pressure increases beyond the normal limit, then you get something called as glaucoma. And what will happen in that case? This is the optic nerve which starts from the retina, and this is the optic nerve which is connected to your brain. So it gives signal to the brain, it receives the signals from the brain. So this nerve get damaged in case of glaucoma. Because of the raised eye pressure, this nerve gets pressed more and more inside, and it gets damaged. So glaucoma is called as silent thief of the sight. You will not come to know unless it is progressed a lot to a advanced extent. Then only you will come to know that you have glaucoma. So in this case also, early eye checkup is extremely important. Third, nowadays we are seeing that many people are getting diabetes even at early age, and the incidence of diabetes has increased a lot. So what happens in case of diabetes? This retina gets affected. You get multiple small new vessel formation, and bleeding can also occur in the retina, and that is why the inside jelly which is present in front of the retina behind the lens, that gets affected, and the blood comes in that jelly, then your vision is again threatened. So in these cases also, early eye checkups are important in diabetic patients also, because unless there is an advanced damage to retina, bleeding will not occur, which is again a sight threatening complication. So these are the most common problems or conditions in case of eye diseases.
Thank you, doctor. Now let's get to the juicy part. I got my LASIK eye surgery done, and I did not get my insurance for this. So I just wanted to ask you that is LASIK eye surgery cosmetic or medical?
Yeah, so LASIK eye surgery is mostly cosmetic because it is done to remove your glass number. But in some cases, like if the number is more than 7 or 7.5, then many people get this covered under insurance also. But mostly it is a cosmetic procedure, and it is not covered under insurance or mediclaim.
Thank you for clearing that out. I wanted to ask, does LASIK surgery have 100% results?
LASIK surgery has evolved a lot actually. Previously, there were many such procedures which were removing the numbers, but nowadays LASIK surgery has become extremely safe. But we always say that in 99% cases the number becomes 0, but sometimes there could be a very small chance that a small number might remain or might come back after a few years, that we cannot predict in whom it will come back, or how much, to what extent it will come back. But even if it comes back, it will be a very small number, and you don't need glasses for that much of a number. But after the age of 40, everyone will require glasses for reading, for near work, not for distance.
So what are the advantages and disadvantages of getting this surgery done?
LASIK is basically a cosmetic surgery. So many people, many children, I would say, they must have been wearing glasses since such a long time, and they feel such a relief after removing that glass number. So basically it gives you freedom from glasses. That is the most common advantage. And nowadays surgery has become very safe. We have bloodless LASIK, we have customized form of LASIK called as Contura LASIK, with which the disadvantages, I won't say there are at all. It's a very safe procedure, I would say rather.
What about the disadvantages post the surgery?
Post surgery, initial phase you might feel some dryness in the eyes, so for that we give eye drops, and we continue these eye drops for a longer duration, like for at least for 3 months after surgery. This takes care of the dryness. And sometimes in the initial phase, while driving, especially in the night, you might see some colored circles around the light, or glare, or the headlights become very bright, or kind of glare will be there surrounding the headlights. So these problems might be there in the initial phase, but there are no permanent disadvantages of getting LASIK done, and these problems will disappear eventually within a period of a month or so.
So let's talk about the recovery of the eyes post the surgery. That is something that is very fascinating to me. And different eyes recover at a different rate. That is what I assume. So can you just also tell us What can we do to make this recovery faster? Some kind of tips, advice?
Yeah, so we give lubrication at least for 3 months after surgery. So if the dryness is there in the initial phase, then recovery also takes very long. So for that, for enhancing the recovery, we give lubricants. We give sometimes supplementation of vitamin D3 or vitamin B12 if it is deficient. These kind of drugs are given, and recovery after LASIK is very fast. After 2 to 3 days only you can start your all the daily activities. Next day onwards you start seeing clearly, see around 80 to 90% of the vision you get back on the next day itself. And initially you won't see very clearly, like the sharpness will not be there initially, and that will also come within a period of a week or so. So the recovery is quite fast, and after 2 to 3 days you start taking you start using your screens. Only thing is that head bath and face wash is not allowed for a week. So that again can be started after a week or so. So the recovery is quite fast in case of LASIK.
What about the entire recovery process? Like, can you just tell us about the science behind the recovery of the eye? Like, how long does it take? What happens to the eye inside after the surgery gets done?
What we do in LASIK is that the LASIK surgery is done basically on the black portion of the eye. Here you are seeing the white portion because it is called as cornea and it is transparent. Behind that we have a layer which is called as iris, which makes this cornea look black. Otherwise it is quite transparent, like this plastic how you are seeing here. So what we do in case of LASIK is that we take a partial thickness flap of the LASIK. We cut that flap either with the laser, or which is called as bladeless LASIK, or with an instrument which contains a blade. In that case the flap is taken and the flap is lifted like this. We keep the flap back, and on the remaining layer of the cornea we apply the laser, which will reshape the cornea according to your number. And the lifted flap after reshaping the cornea is kept back, so the flap will stick on its own. So this sticking process is the recovery process in case of LASIK, and this is again very fast. Within a period of a week or so the flap sticks back on its own. We don't apply any kind of suture or any kind of glue to stick that. It's a natural process and it will stick on its own within a period of a week or so. So that much of recovery period should be enough. So we tell the precautions to be taken at least for a week after surgery. But the slowly recovery takes place, like the wound remodeling and all, it takes place within a period of a month or so. So I would say the complete recovery will take place for a month or so after surgery.
Lastly, what are some of the health? How can we take care of our eyes? Like, if we talk about a normal human or someone who has done their surgery or someone who is wearing spectacles, can you just tell us what are some of the good things that we can do for our eyes?
Yeah, so first I would say that you should be taking all the healthy diet. Healthy food is extremely essential for the growth of the eyeball in case of children, and in case of adults also. If you are deficient in some vitamins, then you might get some dryness in the eyes or any other eye problem you might get because of that. So healthy food is extremely important. Secondly, routine eye checkups, as I said, at least once in a year if your eyes are healthy, or if you have some problem, then at least once in 6 months it should be done. And these are the basic things actually. Nowadays we are seeing that many people are using screens a lot. Rather, it has become a part of our life only. So almost everyone uses a screen, but computer engineers and all use a screen for a very long duration, like 8 to 10 hours or so. In such cases we tell the person to take a break, like just follow the rule of 30-30. After every 30 minutes you should be taking a break of 30 seconds. So even if you are playing some game or watching TV continuously, I would suggest that you should be taking a break of 30 seconds after every 30 minutes. And if you feel dryness, nowadays we give eye drops, lubricant eye drops to many people who work a lot on computer because of their job. and such eye drops are definitely recommended for a longer duration if you work a lot on PC.
Thank you so much, doctor. I greatly value your expertise and your openness that made me reflect on the value of a human touch that no AI can ever replace. Although I know that this surgery, it is mostly automated.
Yes, yes.
You made me feel really comfortable and all my curiosity has been quenched. Thank you so much.
Thank you.